Grateful morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Coming to you live from my home office. I work from home a few days a week for my corporate gig, and the noise in the background is a meeting I'm waiting to get started. It should be started any minute now. But this will be a great gauge for keeping me on a timetable for posting today's vlog, which I have been thinking about all weekend. There was first of all, I really tried to collect my thoughts. I really tried my best to be very vocal on what it is that I want to express in this vlog. However,
let's give everyone a couple more minutes.
There's so many loaded topics.
Morning? Is it raining outside?
It's raining in California, guys.
It's winter.
There are so many loaded issues within the context of what I want to discuss that this may be a recurring conversation. So shout out to Lifetime. It's a channel. I don't know how long they've been around for, but to me, they were known as the made-for-TV movie channel. Like, that's all they did, were made-for-TV movies.
All right, let's go ahead and start. Thank you, everyone.
I'll be back.
Happy New Year.
All right, meeting one is over. So I'm all over the place, and I know I'm gonna touch on this topic infrequently throughout this vlog because there's so many layers of important items of discovery through this docu-series that Lifetime has released. Lifetime has always been for women, by women. That's the feel that you get from that channel, but it's always been more stories, right? Fictional stories based on a true story. And this is this year they have a series of basically documentaries, docu-series, real live people with their images, not with their images, but the real people telling their stories. I love that because there's a lot more credit that you can give to a story when it's the real person telling it or the people involved telling it. And for years, a famous singer by the name of R. Kelly has been in the media for both great works through his music, but also for allegedly doing, and I'm gonna say he did it because I really believe the victims. Just when multiple people have the same story, there's more of a layer of truth to it, to me. So he allegedly, preys on young girls and holds them as sex slaves and brainwashes them. And there's so much from that in itself. Like, I posted on my Instagram post about family members and secrets. And, you know, people having the uncle or the auntie or the daddy or some neighbor that touches on the neighborhood kids or touches on the family members, or and no one reports them because let's just keep it a secret. Let's not get law enforcement involved. Don't say anything because it'll ruin the reputation of that person, ruin their job, ruin the income, ruin whatever, or create drama. Let's just not tell the secret. Let's continue to coexist, and let's continue to bring new children, the same children and new children around that same family member who is violating the other family members. And that's the cycle. For me, this docu-series where they're real life victims of R. Kelly have been speaking out about their experiences. And it's so sad that it took all of these years going back from 1999 to now, where there are two sets of parents who haven't been able to get in touch with their children for 3 years because they're still allegedly with R. Kelly, locked away. And you have to ask, like, and his staff members are speaking up, talking about their parts of it and how they did it because they were employed, and like there was no ethical or moral consequence or moral or ethical thing that prevented them from being a part of something that they knew was wrong. And some of them didn't even think his brother, who was also on the docu-series from jail, basically said it wasn't wrong. And my point is this. These conversations are what we have not had. So I am grateful, the good, bad, and the ugly, for the conversations that are happening. For people who are justifying this or not believing the women in their stories, it's important to have an understanding of where people stand so that you know what type of communication and what type of work needs to be done to bridge the gaps. So in order for us to heal as a people, and there's hundreds and hundreds of years of damage from slavery that have been done to us as a people, Black people, this is the part that needs to be done. It's the most uncomfortable part, the conversation, the ripping the Band-Aid off of the infected wound, treating it. So conversations needed. What we don't need to be doing is unfriending people who have different points of view. We need to keep those people around and hopefully be the inspiration or the change to their mindset for those of you that believe the allegations. Those conversations highlight to me more than ever that the Black woman, Black girl, is the most unprotected individual in the world. When the African girls in Nigeria went missing and was reported that they were murdered and or used for human trafficking, and no one did anything about it from a global perspective. There was a couple of really cool posts, and that's about it. And this type of thing happens all the time within the Black community, where the Black girl who may not have daddy, may not have mom, may not have structure, and so they're left to their own devices to find security, and they find it in the hands of a predator who also was abused and didn't know better and is not seeking treatment. It is a pattern in our community where the victim is made to feel bad for not knowing better. And then the parents are blamed for not doing better. And I will continue to say parenting is not easy. There is no right way or wrong way. There are better ways that can be attempted, but you only know what you know. Celebrities that are saying, I can't believe R. Kelly's still around. If my child was with them, I'd shoot him, I'd kill him. Not every Black parent is like that. Some people are seeking legal means. Some people want to see him behind bars or faces consequences, not just physically, but in other ways. And some people do trust our celebrities. They trust that they're not going to do anything because they'll get caught because they're in the limelight. There are people that are naive, and we shouldn't make them feel bad for being naive. We should make them feel, give them the support that they need so that they can make better choices and try to right the things that weren't the best parenting approaches. So if you have not already done so, it's definitely worth watching. Please watch Surviving R. Kelly is the name of the docu-series. And allegedly this morning, per TMZ, R. Kelly will be creating a website exposing those people, which I'm glad they addressed it in the docu-series. He made the victims sign statements, accusing their family members and them of doing, wrongdoings to R. Kelly. And if I were him, I would just eat humble pie and try my best to make amends, but instead he's still living in the world of denial, which is really disappointing. We matter. Black women matter. We are important. Our voice is important. We are strong. But we'd be so much stronger with the support of the community at large.
Singer R. Kelly's behavior toward women is once again the focus of national attention. A new TV series laid out the history of abuse allegations against him. Surviving R. Kelly is what it's called. It's a 6-part docuseries on Lifetime, featuring more than 50 interviews. It includes several people who accuse the Grammy winner of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. Vladimir Dudier of our streaming network CBSN is here with more on this story. I started watching it, but it is very disturbing.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yeah.
I got through almost all the episodes.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Real, because it might hurt some people's feelings. I tell y'all about R. Kelly. So what I got Lifetime just made a lot of money. Everybody knows Lifetime is. That's a reality show. 6 seasons, 6 episodes of that. Let's be real. Now the truth, what I don't like, the parents. If you somebody's daddy and you knocking on the door, pitching the window, they got your daughter in there, y'all know I ain't gonna be on no reality show or Lifetime. I'm gonna be on CNN straight.